साईनाथाय माणिक्य प्रभवे गजानन श्री गुरु यतीन्द्र राघवेंद्राय परम पूज्य अवतार अवधूत जगद्गुरु श्री दत्त गणपति सच्चिदानंद दत्ताजी श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस महाराज शारदा माताए रमण महर्षि महाअवतार बाबाजी महाराज लाहिरी महाशय युक्तेश्वर गिरी योगानंद गौरंग निताई चैतन्य महाप्रभु त्रैलिंग महाराज भेट नारायण सदाशिव ब्रह्मेंद्र महाराज नीम करोली बाबा महाराज आदिगुरु शंकराचार्य चंद्रशेखर सरस्वती महाराज नागजट जयलक्ष्मी माता जिल्लेलमुడి माता आनंदमाई अनघा समेत गुरुदत्त महाराज तारा माता की जय हो जय हो। श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये। Dear all divine associates and disciples of Samastha Guru Mandali, today also Jayanama Guna Sankirtana has been blessed by Samastha Guru Mandali to continue our Satsanga in the process of relearning of autobiography of a yogi, wherein which as a part of our Bhakti Kriya Yoga, we are being blessed to continue the third chapter, the saint with two bodies, wherein which the Satsanga was blessed to relearn that it is almost probably in an effort to stir spiritual ardor in my young breast that the Swami had condescended to tell me of his powers of astral radio and television. So yesterday we have relearned that how a doctor from or a professor from Rome understood the in other words, like super-sensorial impressions. And in addition to that, we also relearned that difference between gross body, subtle body, and as well as the causal body, Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, and Karna Sharira. And more interestingly, the Dr. Giuseppe Caligaris, the professor neuropsychologist who demonstrated or who experimented on one subject that any person can see objects by his super sensorial impressions. And now the satsanga continues like this. But instead of enthusiasm, I experienced only an awe-stricken fear, inasmuch as I was destined to undertake my divine search through one particular guru, Sri Yukteswar Giri Maharaj, whom I had not yet met. I felt no inclination to accept Pranabananda Swami as my teacher. Now, Paramahansa Yogananda Maharaja says that instead of enthusiasm, because Kedarnath ji and Kedarnath Babuji and Yogananda Maharaja met Pranabananda Swami and understood his miraculous power of getting another body to work the regular routines, wherein which one body is here, which was deeply meditating. Almost it was puzzling Yogananda Maharaja and as well as our Kedarnath Babuji, but he made it very clear that we can, by achieving the divinity, utmost deep meditation would help us to get these kind of siddhis or powers. So he says that Yogananda Maharaja says that out of enthusiasm, I experienced a awe-stricken fear. That means he was not intended to see. He thought that his father wanted to, because he wanted to go to this place to meet, or rather in search of Sri Yukteswar Giri Maharaja. His father, Bhagavati Charan Ghosh, our Sri Yogdananda Maharaja father told, he gave two letters and said that go and meet him, and the other person would direct you, like that. So out of enthusiasm, I experienced only an awe-stricken fear. And in as much as I was destined to undertake my divine search through one particular guru, Sri Yukteswar Giri Maharaja, because Yogananda Maharaja says that Pranabananda Swami is not my guru. I'm already, I mean, like, I wanted to see Yukteswar Giri Maharaj, who was happened to be destined. So here we what we can say is like, it's a profound or a profound sense of some reverential astonishment that occurred in the mind of Yogdananda Maharaja, because Yogdananda Maharaja encountered the vast holiness of the divine. So that's the reason the supernatural powers which have been demonstrated by Pranabananda Swami has given an experience of awe-stricken fear. However, whom I had not yet met. So he also mentioned Yogdananda, our Paramahansa Jagadguru Yogdananda Maharaj also mentioned that yes, I am destined to meet my Guru. And that is the reason I felt no inclination to accept Pranavananda Swami as my teacher. That means as my Guru. So what does it mean? Generally, in spiritual traditions, in the context, even in many scriptures, it was being instructed to learn that the meaning of Guru, who makes us pass through or progress spiritually, will come at right time. So, not a like, it is predestined. It is not just like that an encounter which happens with an ordinary person or in worldly matters. It is destined. The Guru identifies his Sishya. So, however, the master would test. This is very important to relearn. Yogdananda Maharaja says that master would test the ability and acceptance and readiness which matches with the master's objectives or master's alignments and master's spiritual thoughts. So, master would come upon the readiness shown by the, we can say, not Sishya, a servant. Sishya always should behave as a servant to the Guru. So that is the reason. So what generally happens, we know that when Sishya is ready, the student is ready, whom I had not yet met. That is the reason I felt no inclination to accept Pranavananda as my teacher. So why is it so? Because the student is ready, the master will appear. That is the final conclusion that Yogda Maharaja wanted to tell us. So, in other words, this also is possible. Like many saints say, that the Guru will reach the disciple through several spiritual mechanisms. It may be in dreams, it may be a physical encounter, it may be through scriptures, it may be the words from other devotees. We don't know. But Guru will try to always keep observing his student or his Sishya. So, so what is interesting is, and the student readiness is very important. The student or the servant or the Sishya should feel that my Guru is omnipresent. That is the reason. So Yogdananda Maharaja says his intuition said that Pranananda Swami is not of my Guru. My Guru is Yukteswar Giri Maharaja, where I am destined to meet him. So he says, I glanced at him doubtfully, wondering if it were he or his counterpart before me. He also started wondering, like, is it so? Is it so that Pranananda Swami glanced at him doubtfully? Yogdananda Maharaja looking at Pranananda Swami very doubtfully. Why? Wondering if it were he or his counterpart before me. So, because he is with two bodies. So he's wondering and started looking at Pranananda Swami. Does he or his counterpart, only one is there or two bodies are there, like that? It is very nice expression made by our Yogdananda Maharaja. So what we are trying to understand is sometimes verbal communication or conversation becomes unnecessary between the Guru and Sishya. Guru will find the disciple and the Sishya, or the disciple or Sishya will understand the master's intent through omnipresence. Either it can be through mere presence or at a glance. It can also happen. So, what we have to have for a right servant or shishya or a disciple is, as we have been blessed, we should have the faith, patience, and so on and so forth. Now, for instance, the many saints used to tell the story the for the readiness of the Sisha and how Guru appears. This is very that's what Yogananda Maharaja is telling us to relearn. So a simple story kind that we can extend our satsanga. So just imagine that there are some a group of travelers sat in a small boat and crossing a vast restless ocean, for example. So the water was almost teeming with life. Thousands of fishes. We know that in an ocean there are thousands and lakhs of fishes. For instance, we are taking only a part of it. Thousands of fishes, leaping out of the waves and glinting in the sun, jumping here and there in every possible direction. Right? Just imagine there is a boat, a small boat, taking some few travelers, wherein which the uh, ocean is very vast and very impressive to see that there are jumping fishes here and there. So almost the passengers who were traveling in that boat were mesmerized to see, oh, what a kind of beauty it is, like that. Of course, we know that some travelers tried to grab at the jumping fish. Others shouted, wow, what a fish, what a fish. Oh, look around. They're in silver color, they're in gold color, they're in big size, they're in small size, like that. They shouted in excitement at every splash. And of course, many became dizzy trying to track the that movement. So it was almost very chaotic movement. So everyone jumping, enjoying it, and trying to find almost to catch hold of one or the other fish. And what is interesting is that they were distracted by the sheer variety and noise of the jumping world here and there, or because everyone started shouting, fishes were running here and there, almost helter skelter, that kind we can say. So, but one in that traveling boat, there is one master, the sailor is the guru. However, he started observing everyone who are the co-passengers or disciples, just like that. Imagine. So he started observing everyone, what these people are doing, like that. And we all know that Guru will not speak much. So he stayed or remained calm. And even though this leaped out of the waves and fishes jumping here and there, he did not look at those fishes jumping for show. Even fishes were very crazy. So people are making noise. So they also would have been enjoying that moment. His eyes were very much fixed on the fixed water or deep water. Fixed is a wrong word, a deep water, because water is flowing, it is not fixed. So suddenly, with a single precise movement, he cast his net and caught one specific fish. Everyone overwhelmed. Till that, everyone is trying to catch hold of those fishes, but no one could catch it. Suddenly, Guru, after observing some 10 or 15 minutes, so many people in that boat, suddenly he casted his net, caught hold of one specific fish. Now, the co passenger, he asked, Master, why that one? There are so many fishes moving, jumping here and there in every possible direction. Why you are very much particular about that fish only? There was so many fishes jumping higher, looking brighter in different colors like silver color, gold color, and in size, very I would say like very pretty. Why, Guru, you are only looking at that particular fish and caught hold of it. One co-passenger, one disciple, or one co-traveler asked the master. Now, the saint, he's a master, the guru, he smiled, and says that the fishes you see jumping are the distractions of the samsara. They all are the distractions, the endless desires, worries, and fleeing pleasures that leap up just to fall back into the salt water. Once again, they jump into the salt water. Look at that. The we have one has to admire that guru word or guru's words. He says, these all fishes which you are finding it very, very funny. Of course, it is very chaotic moment. They are jumping here and there. You have become very crazy. All this is good. But you should understand that these fishes you see which are jumping left and right are nothing but distractions of this material life, samsara. Those are nothing but called as endless desires, worries, and fleeing pleasures that keep on leaping up or leap up just to fall back into the salt water. They move in all directions and also they distract us and lead nowhere. They will not take us anywhere. Most people spend their lives chasing these jumping thoughts. So, all fishes have been attributed to a normal being's thoughts. Then he said, yes, I caught hold of one fish. I do not catch the fish that jumped for attention. I catch the one that is ready. I did not catch it because it is jumping here and there. It was ready. As your guru, I'm not here to help you chase every passing ripple of the world. The guru is telling. I'm here to navigate you through the this chaos of the ocean so you don't get attracted to worldly pleasures and get distracted. Then all the passengers have realized, oh, is it so, Guru? That is the only reason. And we were very much busy looking at all these fishes dancing on in the air and jumping here and there, the world attractions. But you are very much focused, Guruji, that you focused on only on the destination. And it was being proved once again that a guru will catch hold of right sishya when the sishya is ready. So that fish is ready. There are so many fishes running here and there, but those are not ready. Here, two things we have to relearn. One is these all jumping fishes are nothing but the thoughts, distracted thoughts, desires, lust, greed, whatever we can name it, worldly pleasures, sensual pleasures, fleeting pleasures, one after one. So, Guru only will try to control and catch hold of a right seeker. So, he will come at a right time. We have to keep faith and devotion and continue the purification process. So that's what Yogananda Maharaja is telling to reader. So he says, that's the reason the master sought to banish my disquietude by bestowing a soul awakening gaze and by some inspiring words about his guru. So Yogananda Maharaja is telling that the master sought to banish my disquietude by bestowing a soul awakening gaze. So he's telling that almost like he gave a very kind smile, very pleasant gesture to Yogdananda Maharaja. And of course, he used some inspiring words about his guru. So everyone would love to listen to any students or any disciples guru. That Yogda Maharaj also is helping us to relearn that if someone is talking or conversing or having a satsanga on his guru, we should not abruptly stop it. It is a disrespect. We have to respect his guru also, so that you can see your guru on his guru or her guru. We shouldn't walk away that he is talking about only his guru. No, that what Yogda Maharaja is telling. By some inspiring words, he mentioned inspiring words about his guru. Now, the Pranabananda Swami started telling like this: Lahiri Mahasaya was the greatest yogi I ever knew. So it has been recorded and concluded. I have ever and ever met such a greatest yogi, Paramapuja Lahiri Mahasaya. Prananda Swami says, he was divinity itself in the form of flesh. Look at that. In the form of flesh, he is himself a divinity in the form of flesh. Guru incarnated in the bodily structure. Prananda Swami is telling. And then he says, if a disciple I reflected could materialize an extra fleshly form at will, what miracles indeed could be barred to his master? Look at that. So Yogda Maharaja is telling that if a disciple I reflected could materialize, he saw it. Yogda Maharaja saw that Pramananda Swami had two bodies. Now, when a disciple can do at his will and show these miracles of having two bodies, what miracles indeed could be barred to his master? So, what else is not possible to his guru? Who is our guru? Paramapuja Lahiri Mahasaya, highest regard. Please write Paramapuja, Paramapuja Shri Jaya Paramapuja Shri Lahiri Mahashaya. Jaya Paramapuja Shri Lahiri Mahashaya. And then I will tell you how priceless is a guru's help. I used to meditate with another disciple for 8 hours every night. Now Prananda Swami started telling it. What is telling? How priceless is guru's help. No material tons of gold, wealth, money will never be equal to the Guru's help, Guru's sight, and Guru blessings. We will not understand with the body. Until we purify, we don't get even the thought. How important is Guru's life in our or in our lives? Guru presence. So he says, I will tell you how priceless is a Guru's help. He started telling, narrating a story about Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya. I used to meditate with another disciple for 8 hours every night. So we can say those are sleepless nights. 8 hours. That what? We also should relearn that what generally a spiritual sadhaka should learn is that every disciple, 8 hours daily routine work, 8 hours office work, and 8 hours divine work. In routine work, 8 hours, we have to keep 6 hours or 7 hours for sleep. Look at that. That's the way the real seeker will realize God. Only for less amount of time would not yield any result. Continuously, we have to chant the mantra and progress spiritually. Look at that. He used to meditate with another disciple for 8 hours. It is not only Pranabananda Swami. He also had fellow disciples who have discovered the infinite bliss by meditating for 8 hours. That is what interesting. Oh, so we are time is short. We will one more with Samastha Guru Mandali blessings from next week onwards or from tomorrow onwards. Many devotees are telling that they are not finding time for their regular routines. So, on every Saturday and Sunday, the satsanga will be postponed. That means we will only do live satsanga of relearning of autobiography of a yogi from Monday to Friday. However, we all know that Saturday, Sunday, one long video will come. Please write your mantra in that. So we will do only Monday to Friday. So, yeah, we'll be very happy if you can write someone that we will never say satsanga is cancelled. Very bad. Satsanga is postponed. So from now onwards, every Saturday, Sunday, satsanga will be postponed. Our duty is Monday to Friday because our devotees are telling that Shivana, we are not finding time. We also should maintain. You are only telling one hand Samsara, one hand Bhagwan. So Saturday, Sunday, there are so many domestic works, so many other routines. You have to take care of your family also. So Saturday and Sunday will be no live. Live is postponed. Monday to Friday only. Monday to Friday. Is it clear? Any doubts? Yeah, someone can ask any questions related to spiritual experiences, not any other thing. Spiritual questions. If God permits, if Babaji Maharaja blesses, Yogda Maharaja blesses, at least Shivana will try. Okay, no questions. Very good, very good. Yeah, Kirtanas and Namaguna Sankirtanas. Every 1 month we have regular satsanga. On those days or any occasions like that, we will do Namaguna Sankirtana also. Shivana doesn't think that people are watching Namaguna Sankirtana or any satsanga. It is not for any other reason. It is God blessing. So at right time, we will do Namaguna Sankirtana also. And most importantly, yeah, you can see previous videos. Why you only wanted live? Because, see, there are some shortages. One should understand. We don't have any black money. Either we don't have any orchestra or musicians. Shivana doesn't have that much money. The tabla boys are asking 1500 per one session. We don't even have a mic. We are simply managing. So, with the Samastha Guru Mandali blessings, every 1 month we will have one Namaguna Sankirtana session that we will try to keep it as a live. No problem. Yes. So you can keep looking at, uh, uh, listen to the old, of course, no force, no force. Shivana will never say, keep listening to our satsanga or bhajans. Shivana is no one to say that. Upon the Samastha Guru Mandali blessings only. Yeah, tomorrow we have satsanga at that Moinabad. We'll be going there for, she has written, the host family written 25,000 times mantra. 25,000 times. A great, overwhelming welcome to Jayanama Guna Sankirtana. Shivana doesn't want anything. Shivana wants only devotees to write mantra and invite Jayanamaguna Sankirtana for vibrations. That is Datta festival. We'll be doing Datta festival. So, very interestingly. Yeah. शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः 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 Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha, 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 Namah Shivayam, 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 Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha, 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 Shivaya Gurave Rudraya 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 Namaha. Hari Jai Toro Mata. समस्त गुरु मंडली की जय, समस्त गुरु मंडली की जय, समस्त गुरु मंडली की जय, अनगा दत्त महाराज की जय, अनगा दत्त महाराज की जय, अनगा दत्त महाराज की जय, तारा माता की जय, तारा माता की जय, तारा माता की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय.